appreciate the men in our life, both at work and at home, for all that they do for the rest of us.
To acknowledge the positive male role models in our life and to raise men's mental health awareness.
They're both on my dad's side of the family. One is my dad and one is my grandfather, my paternal grandfather. Both of those men have exemplified something that just, they're real, like, salt of the earth men who made themselves from almost nothing and have always just reminded me how important it is to always, have integrity, to always work hard, and to always push for what you want, and never, ever, ever give in to anyone who says you can't. You can't do it, because they've always said whatever you want, if you make that path that you can do it, you can do anything. And my dad especially, coming from oil and gas, and given that my career has pushed me into oil and gas, has always been a guiding person that I can go to. Like, I can always go to him when I'm frustrated, when I'm overwhelmed, and he's just gonna sit down and tell me, look, this is how it is. It sucks, but you can do this, and I will help you do it. If there's anything I can do, I will help you do it. So I would say there's no one that inspires me more in my life than my late grandfather and my dad.
So in my life, the man that inspires me the most is my father. He came to this country with absolutely nothing and was able to create and grow his family and give us the opportunities. So I'm very happy and appreciative of him, and really respect and admire what he has done for all of us.
I would like to thank my dad in inspiring me and providing guidance so I can choose the right path in life.
So basically, I just really want my son to be happy, whatever he chooses, whether it's in the arts, whether it's something active, whether it's something in a STEM field. But I really want to make sure that he's successful, be able to groom him and give him the opportunities that I can give to him in order to develop him in whichever passion he has. But as long as he's happy, he's passionate, he's able to support his family in the future, I would just be very happy as long as he's happy.
I think I'd like him to be a kind person that gives more than he actually receives. And I just want him to be happy with the person he is.
I want one of my sons become president if possible, but if this is not possible, I'll be with them, and I hope they are happy men, independent men, and then to be a lovely husband and friend.
Honesty, respect of other, and humility. I think there are three ones that I would like to find in a man that could be married with my daughter.
In the future, my daughter's couple want to be like responsible and have a independent critical thinking. Of course, have a certain kind of skill they can support the whole family. Of course, they can do more housework to support his wife.
So what kind of man would I like my daughter to marry? I don't have a daughter, I have two sons. But if my son was going to marry another man, I'd want him to marry someone who is kind, compassionate, a good listener, someone with the emotional intelligence to understand that the relationship is what is most important, so they'd rather be happy than right all the time, and somebody who supports her decisions in her career.
Men's Day is November 19th.
Wednesday?
Well, I think some people think it's every day, but I'm going to venture out and say maybe today, November 15th.
I don't know.
Is that a trick question? Like, when isn't Men's Day? Isn't it like every day?
When is Men's Day?
I think it's on a Wednesday. Yeah, Men's Day is Wednesday.
Men's Day Wednesday.
Men's Day is celebrated on November 19th. It started in 1992 and is now celebrated in over 70 countries around the world. This day is to recognize the positive value of men in the world, in their families, and their communities.
I appreciate that my husband cooks all the meals for me, and he lets me just unwind when I get home from work. And I appreciate my dad and my brother always looking out for me. And I appreciate my male dog, Teddy, who is the best.
What I appreciate most about the men in my life is how much they inspired me and pushed me to do my best, whether it was in my personal life or at work.
I'm a man who's very concerned about good personal hygiene.
I'm a man who cooks, works out, and has fun.
I'm a man who enjoys playing golf.
I am a man who like enjoying the life, meaning taking care of my daughter, and after practicing sports, going and visiting country. So this is what I like to do.
Put themselves in the shoes of others, the people that are around them day to day.
To achieve better life balance, you can balance hobbies and work.
I guess just being patient, finding things that they enjoy doing outside of work, but also coming to work with a positive and enthusiastic mindset, and just always willing to have an open mind, right, in discussions. So hopefully that helps.
You want to work hard, but you also want to spend time with family and your children. So it's something I currently practice. Get my job done, but I do make sure to leave on time so I can spend good quality time with my son at home.
Leave early from office so they can have a better work-life balance and spend more time with the family.
Okay, I'm trying to do more housework, actually include cooking, and also spend more time taking care of my daughter, like her all kind of activities, and also guide her for the homework. To share, kind of between me and my wife, share the workload for the whole housework.
Let's say to have a good workload and to allow the employee to be flexible in his time, meaning I can work from home some days if I need it, for sure. We still have to achieve our objective, but by being or feeling good in terms of life balance, I think it's very positive to achieve this type of metrics with a company.
I think in order for people to achieve better life balance, you have to treat your personal life just as you do your work life. You need to make it a priority. So if you want to achieve a greater sense of balance, you need to look into life and determine which things are important to you and allocate the proper amount of time and divide that equally with your work.
A man in my life that I would like to thank is my father. He showed me the importance of hard work and perseverance. Coming to a country he wasn't familiar with, he worked his way up in order to give his family a better living.
My husband, of course, he gave up his life, job, everything he always lived for, and came all the way to Houston with me.
We're supposed to review.
I want to thank my husband because he is always there for me, and no matter what, I can always count on him.
I'm grateful for my husband Romain for being a true partner and an amazing role model for our kids. Happy Men's Day.
When I grew up, I want to be a paleontologist because I like searching dinosaur bones, and I think it's fun.
When I grow up, I want my husband and me to take turns cooking and taking care of the kids.
In my lifetime, most of the people that I see cook are mostly women, moms, and I think it's great that my dad cooks, so my mom can take a rest because she comes back from work very late, and I think it's great.
When I grow up, I want to be a police girl.
We're
not just safe,
we're
super safe.
Abby, don't cry. I'll give you access to spend for
Ate my soup. I'm
No,
gonna
you're
have
good. You're good.
soup face. Hello? Yes, I told you the invoice will be paid in 2 days. Yes, it's coming. Okay, thanks. Oh, hello.